Guys, welcome back to another episode of Everyday EDC. My name is Tyler, and today I have a review for you of the Kershaw Launch 9. Before I get in the review of the Kershaw Launch 9, is anybody else annoyed at the way I said 9? Because I just annoyed the living crap out of myself when I said it. Just off topic, I guess. Alright, so this is the Kershaw Launch 9. This is an automatic knife. It is a 1.9 inch knife. I know I will do that's just off the specs. I'll do all the specs later, but that's what I read on Blade HQ, which makes this a California legal knife, if I'm not mistaken. This is a drop point style blade with a large fuller coming through this tiny little blade. Kind of hilarious looking, kind of cool looking. We have some micro jimping right here. Not micro, but it's just small, narrow jimping. With, I don't want to call this a swedge. It's more like chamfering, but I think it's like meant to be a swedge, kind of coming on down the blade as well. We have a sharpening choil right here, and then we have some 6061 aircraft grade aluminum going on here with your plunge lock system and a stop pin right there. This has a super deep carry pocket clip, awesome little pocket clip, perfect pocket clip for this knife, and I'm emphasizing that because once I get to the Kershaw Launch 4, you're going to know why I'm saying this. It is ambidextrous as well. Side note, this isn't quite a hidden lanyard hole, but good lord, they did a really good job of making that discreet, and I appreciate that as well. Lanyard guys, you guys can fit your stuff through there. Figure it out. I'm happy with the way it is right now. I think that's awesome. This is made in America. This is a Kershaw model. I believe this model is coming in at $90. So to put that into perspective, a lot of ProTechs, I don't know of any ProTech that starts below 130. Most Kershaw Launch Series is coming in at below 100 once you get through the Blade HQ deals and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is I'm not saying launches are better than ProTech, but what I'm saying, if you're looking for a solid automatic knife, that's why I wanted to review all these. I think these are all awesome. Whether or not I like them, I think the Launch series is awesome. So this is a tiny little guy, no back and forth, no up and down, and stupid snappy. Watch this. I'm going to try to barely hold it. Oh, Jesus. This thing like fires so stupid hard. It's great. Kind of went through that pretty quick. This is where the 6061 meets up in the back. It is not a backspacer, but it is... Holy snaps. See that? That thing flies out of the friggin' hand. Let's jump into some specs so I don't frickin' throw this at the wall and hurt you, you know what I mean? So the overall length of the Kershaw Launch 9 is coming in at 5¼ inches. The overall blade length is coming in at 1.9 inches. It kind of looks close to 2, but you can tell it's just under 2. The overall cutting edge is actually coming in right at around 2 inches. Alright, let's get the blade stock thickness. The blade stock thickness is coming in at about 120 thousandths, and the behind the edge thickness is coming in right at about 23, around 20 thousandths. That's pretty cool because this is such a little knife that it lends itself to a lot of strength despite being so small. Now, this is where this thing kills it. It's the carry profile. This thing's coming in at 0.88 or 0.9 inches tall. And wide-wise, this is coming in at right around 1/2 inch, which is awesome because 1/2 inch is standard, so you're still getting some meat to grab onto, but it is just tiny. Now, can I get my full 4 fingers on there? Nope, I'm only getting about 3 with my pinky kind of left out, but it does feel good. I'm not gonna lie, this feels good to hold and to caress and cuddle with, right? Awkward. I'm only going to show you guys some small knives. I'll show you one large knife just to prove how freaking small this knife actually is. Here is your Spyderco Shaman. And this is your Kershaw Launch 9 next to your Little Native. Here is your Rat Model 2. Here is your large feldspar. Uncalled for. You were not called to the table. Get out of here. Here is your regular mini feldspar. Holy smokes, I'm off my game. And then, last but not least, this is your Civivi Elementum. As you can see, it's much smaller than most of those knives. The only other knife that I use a lot that I can compare it to, if I can find it, but wasn't intending to do this. Yes, here we go. This is the Kershaw Launch 10. Just about the same size, about the same carry profile. Actually, the carry profile in the Launch 9 is a little bit better because you don't have all these little jaggedy edges and stuff. We're going to do a battle between those two. Just full disclosure. And the Launch 4. We're going to do a battle of the automatic Kershaw launches. Okay, so what is a quick recap of this? I'm not trying to blitz through this. I just don't want to bore you guys with these reviews because this is very similar to the Launch Model 1, which I just reviewed and will probably release before this. And the materials are all the same, but my overall thoughts and my likes and dislikes are different. So I'm not trying to rip through this. I just don't want to bore you guys to death with the same exact thing. So this is what they called the Kershaw working finish. It just looks like somebody took a Brillo pad to that, but they just did it in a uniform way to where it looks fine. It's going to hide a lot of scratching on the blade, and that's cool. This is a drop point blade with a fuller going right down the center of the blade. A very, very large fuller, almost obnoxiously so, but whatever. It's probably taking off some weight and carrying some strength of the full flat or the full blade stock all the way down. This is a automatic knife with a plunge locking system, and it fires hard as hell. There's a stop pin right here. 6061 grade aluminum with an ambidextrous pocket clip. This is made in America, and this pocket clip is by far and large probably the best pocket clip, and it is shared with the Kershaw Launch 10 model. That pocket clip is fantastic. The Kershaw Launch 9 pocket clip is not, which you will see in the Launch 9 review. So what are my likes about this guy? First and foremost, the CPM 154 blade steel, freaking fantastic. The action on this guy is so damn snappy. You saw me throw it across the freaking room. It's just awesome. The carry profile of this guy with the ambidextrous, I don't know how you're going to make an ambidextrous when you got the whatever. But the carry profile in your pocket, you don't even notice it's there. It's an amazing fifth pocket knife. And, I mean, it does have a pretty damn useful blade. One of my dislikes, it's a little too small for me. Not a huge fan of that. And realistically, I have an issue with the drop point style blade on a blade this short. With the drop point style blade, I feel like I want to slice, but you have no slicing room here. This is why I like the Kershaw Launch 10, because you don't want to slice, you're going to draw a cut. And even if you were to slice, the recurve keeps it in the blade. This is the first time where I'm going to say I prefer a recurve over a drop point in this. I think that blade's just a little bit too small, and you'll find yourself making these 2-inch long cuts and drawing through the material and being like, shit. And you draw through, and then you draw through, and you're constantly going. It's not, unless you really get the hang of that push cut, but I'm rambling, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Let me see if I can prove it, actually. All right. So when I cut, see how I want to just slide through, and I'm not exaggerating that. This is like legitimately trying to do that, but I don't have like a solid piece of paper to do it on. Wasn't planning on this either. So when you cut, that is a bad example. So I gripped it down here when I made that first long cut, and it went well. But when I started right here, you immediately come through. So that's my issue with a shorter knife with that drop point style blade. It just you just slice through it a little bit too much. And then I have one major issue with this knife that isn't a game changer for me, but is kind of annoying to the point where it scares me a little bit. So if you're using this, you're not going to use this for hard use tasks, right? I would hope not, because look at how close your finger is to just freaking gashing yourself open. I am not a fan of not having anything here. Now, if we look at, say, where's my Kershaw Launch 1? If we look at the Launch 1, it is a similar blade shape. It is a similar finger choil, or sharpening choil, but the difference is the way the handle is angled really lends itself that you're not going to slide up. I'm trying to slide up, and you're really having to roll over that edge. I don't see you sliding up on this knife. This knife, though, unless you're just going to get it out and just kind of use it like this, which then it's not a big deal, but if you're going to actually hold it like this, you're going to slice your finger. I just can see that happening, and it's going to suck because this thing's really sharp and it's awesome. Everything else about this, the carry profile, everything, this is a great knife just to have as a useful utility item. I would recommend the Launch 10 over this one, but just saying. That was like a super fast review. Not too fast, but kind of fast. I apologize if I ripped through it. I'm not trying to rip through this. I just don't want to bore you guys with the same details of the whole Launch series. I want to get into the nitty-gritty like I just did. So that being said, this is an $80 knife. I can definitely recommend it if you're looking for that little pill-style, great carry profile knife that you can pretty much just throw anywhere. You just throw it in your pocket, throw it in your fifth pocket, throw it in your bag, whatever. It'll disappear, and then you'll find it and say, oh crap, I really needed a knife, and I found one. Cool. Bam. My name is Tyler. This has been Everyday EDC. You guys freaking stay sharp, stay friggin' safe, and have a great freaking rest of your day and rest of your week, and next week too. Why not? Thank you guys so much for watching.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. It genuinely means a lot. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, give me some feedback in the comments below and hit the thumbs down button. In case you guys don't know, I do have a Patreon, which will be listed right here. In that Patreon, we're giving bi-monthly giveaways to just the Patreons based on the number of Patreons that we have in the Patreon. We will also be giving discounts on all the knives that I sell based on the number of patrons. My name is Tyler. This is Everyday EDC. You guys stay sharp, stay safe, and have a great day.